I like to take this opportunity to kind of take a deep breath, see what we've done, see where we're at, see where we're going for the rest of the year. And like I said, that's just on a normal day. So now things have just become crazy, for lack of a better word. It's a very difficult year, and I think we're trying to do the best that we can. But that's kind of the whole reason I just wanted to reach out to everybody. I'm really trying to tell you that it seems like we're finally starting to kind of get into a rhythm. Students are starting to submit work. Nobody's perfect. Not everybody has everything handed in. I think there's maybe one or two that do, but I just kind of want to tell everybody to not give up at this point. It's very easy right now to be home, sometimes by yourself in your room. Nobody's telling you to get up. Nobody's telling you to pay attention. Nobody's telling you to do your work. So, this is kind of where I come in, and I always make the joke to my students. Lavelle just popped in. How you doing, sir?
Yeah.
What I like to tell this to my students, and I make this joke every year. I said, someday I'm not going to be around to yell at you to get your work done. And it's kind of funny how it's come full circle, and students are like, wow, I really wish you were here right now telling me to get my work done. And I can't do that because of the quarantine, and it would just be straight up creepy if I came into your bedroom and woke you up and told you to do your work. But like I said, I understand, I get it. I've told all of you I have two sons right now, and my one son is having a hard time. He's failing two classes right now, and I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can to help him. And I'm a teacher, and I still haven't figured out a way to really connect the dots for him to get the work done. He has what's called an IEP. He has she struggles with reading and math visually, so he can't stand being on a computer all day. And that's really kind of helped me open my perspective on what all of you are going through. It's not easy to get up on your own and say, hey, it's time to go to bed. And please make sure you check your email, and please make sure you pop into the live session, and please make sure you go to Schoology and check your updates. But, and I've said it all throughout the year, is you really just need to try and get into, some kind of a routine. And it is hard. Like I said, some of you, and I'm not saying this the wrong way, some of you don't care if you fail or if you get a bad grade, because some of you have much bigger problems to worry about right now, or you're having problems at your sending school trying to get that stuff done. So look, I get it, and we understand. But I really want to kind of press the point is we're halfway there. And hopefully all of you will be back next year, and we'll be here in person, and we can pick up where we left off, and we can use the technology, and we could do fun stuff. But you really kind of have to just hang in there for the rest of the year. And I think at this point is I've really tried hard to accommodate everybody, and we're just really trying to ask you to communicate with us.
Yes. So the main thing that we're asking for right now is communication. And the main way we communicate with you is through email. Sometimes we'll pop onto the Instagram to post some stuff, which I promise I'm going to start doing more. I'm going to start posting more to our Instagram page. So if you want to follow that, and I'm going to start doing more stories and posts that way. But right now, our main way to do that, to communicate with you, is through email. And if you're not checking your email every day or checking your spam folders for emails from us, then there's no communication there, and you end up not turning things in or not showing up for class. And it's really hurting your grade, because we're not really seeing you active or present inside of the classroom, so we can't mark you for attendance. We can't give you work ethic grades. So we really need you to start checking your email daily, like literally maybe every hour. Get notifications on your phone, so when you see an email from us, that it pops up on your notification center on your phone. And it also goes the other way, where if you're having an issue with one of your projects or your homework, please feel free to reach out. Literally email us at any time. I'm checking the Instagram sometimes at 10 p.m. on a Friday night for, people who are struggling with projects or anything. And I think the one weekend I helped a kid on Sunday night with a project that was due that night. So I'm literally accessible all the time. You just have to reach out and ask your questions. There's literally no wrong questions. Like I'll ask you questions to clarify what you're talking about. But besides that, like I'm literally here to help at any point. And so please communicate with us in any way. Like if you need extra time on a project or you want to turn in something late, please just communicate. We understand this year is really, really tough. It's not just tough for you, it's tough for everyone. And so we're very understanding in the sense that we understand your lives are very abnormal right now. So if you, we just want to see you get work done. So if you get the work into us, and literally at any point during the marking period, we'll happily open up grades again for you. And we found ways to really kind of help you guys. So, do not be afraid to communicate to us. And, it's all about your commitment to this program, really.
And really to kind of piggyback on that a little bit, and I've said this a bunch of times and you've heard me say it and I'm sorry, but I got into this job to teach you the cool stuff that I know, the cool stuff that Mr. Folk knows. I'm not here to give you F's and D's and give you a hard time and tell you you're not doing your work. But please don't, some students have already expressed to me, I give up, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. I guess if that's your decision, I understand and I respect it. Rather than sit there and fail the whole time and not do the work, because eventually your counselors find out, your parents, your guardian, they're going to find out what's going on. And I don't want to be the guy that's calling your parents at 6 o'clock on a Friday night and ruin your weekend. So but I honestly think we've gone out of our way to we've unlocked everything to hand in. You can go back and do anything from the first marking period. I'll give you credit this marking period. Every exploratory that you didn't do, you can do it. Every project, you can do it. And if you submit it, you're going to get a grade. The biggest problem I have is there's a lot of students that haven't submitted anything. I can't grade nothing. So I can't grade you for a 0, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So really the big thing is you got to help me and Mr. Folk to help you. And that's like a commitment. So I'm sure when you signed up for this class, it was before COVID and you're like, this is going to be such a cool class. It's going to be fun. Unfortunately, it is what it is at this point. And we're doing the best that we can to try and give you some meaningful and interesting work. I hope you don't treat this like, and I hate to say, for lack of a better word, like a traditional class where you're just putting stuff in to get a grade and get it over with. If I didn't have to give you grades, I wouldn't. I care more about the quality of the work that you do and your artistic ability and your talent, and then a grade comes with it. Our goal is to give you this awesome online portfolio of all the cool things that you've done in this class so you can move on to school, get a job, network yourself, sell your brand. And that's what it's all about. I don't care that you get an A, B, C, D, F. Okay. So you have to kind of get that out of your head right away. But really the big thing is you personally have to commit. It's like, your parents and guardian can get you here, the bus can get you here and drop you off, but ultimately it's up to you. You have to want to learn to do this stuff. And like I said, it really is a horrible time right now to do that, but this is where you really find out who you are. And the funny thing is, I have quite a few friends in this industry, music, sound, photography, graphic design. Guess what? They're all working from home now. And what's going on with all of us right now is exactly what's going on with people in industry, in a lot of jobs, for those that are fortunate to still have jobs. And believe me when I say this, I make, I love my job. I love to teach. I make money. I have a good life, but there are days where I'm working from home and I'm like, I'll get up late. Nobody's telling me what to do. But then I look over at my wife, my two kids, my dog, my house, my mortgage. I got bills to pay. That's meaningful to me because I still want to keep all that stuff that I have. So if you think that it's not fair, it's not right, it's not important that you're stuck at home, and if you were making money right now, you'd be up and doing it. Trust me, that does go away after time. So you really kind of have to figure out that work ethic and that routine of getting up, checking emails. I check my email on my phone all the time, 4 or 5 times a day at least, um, because I want to help everybody here. But if you don't show up to the meetings and you don't view my videos and you don't take the quizzes that we make and at least make an attempt and say, hey, I'm late. I'm sorry. I have stuff going on at home. I get it. You don't have to tell me your life story. You can just say, McCarthy, Mr. Folk, I'm going through some stuff. I'm having a tough time. Can you give me an extension? I mean, I've even helped kids do their academic work because if you can't do your academic work well, you can't come here anyway. I mean, I've let kids sit in class here and do their algebra homework or their chemistry homework with the last half hour of the day if it's going to help them get a better grade. So, you know, I guess the bigger point is that we're really trying to help you with it. Okay. So, you know, Mr. Focal talked about if any of you are having tech issues,
If you're having tech issues, please feel free once again to reach out. I love tech. I love working with tech. That's literally why I got into this industry, is because I love the technology about it. So if you're having any issues with the tech, once again, email us, you know, like call us on our phones, like our work phones that are routed to our cell phones. Any form of communication that you can get in touch with us, just do it. We have all of the resources that we can help you, you know, fix your tech issues regarding anything to do with like the school stuff. Um, and that's, you know, if you're having issues, access the work, please reach out to us.
Yeah.
I mean, even like message us on Schoology. I'm checking that. If you can't get into Schoology, email us from your email. Literally, it's kfolk@cmths.org. I don't think it can get easier than that.
Yeah.
And he's fmccarthy@cmths.org.
Haha, don't make jokes. But I don't care. Maybe you have a pet parakeet at home. Write a note, tie it to its leg, and throw it towards the building. We will get your message. But the whole point of this is, I don't know that you can't access Schoology. I don't know that you don't know how to connect your Google Drive to Schoology. If you're waiting for me to call you and say, hey, how's it going? It's going to be a while. That's not to say I'm not going to reach out to you, but we have 73 students in this class, and it's very easy to get from up here on the list of talking on a regular basis and then all the way down here because I haven't heard from you.
Yeah.
So the thing that was frustrating with me is there were more than a couple students that were submitting work to the wrong location. I couldn't open it. I couldn't access it. It required me to use permissions in Google after telling you that you should connect your Google Drive. So there's some very simple things that some of you can fix right away to completely change your grade. You know, just doing the daily discussion topics. Doing those exploratories is a piece of cake. Go out with your phone, take pictures. If you don't have a phone, let me know. I will give you an alternate activity and you'll be able to do it. But if you didn't do any of the exploratories, there's 500 points. If you really wanted to, you could do them all in like 3 hours. Okay. Some of you, you know, could easily go back to that activity we had on the snow day. All you had to do is watch a video and name 5 things, and there's 50 points right there. So we're trying to throw you a bone of these easy little activities to do just to get points on the board and to at least show your family, your guardian, your school counselors that yes, they are doing work. They're trying the best that they can. But like I said, when you have that big 0 on there, it's really difficult to plead the case on why you should stay in the program. So, you know, the next thing is laptops. Most students have gotten laptops. I think we have there are still more than a couple that do not have laptops. If you don't have a laptop and you really, really want one, and you're going to promise me that you're going to do the work, I will get you one. Okay. But, if you're going to not communicate and then take just the quizzes for the laptop and do nothing else, I'm not going to give you one. You at least have to commit and start doing some projects to show me, that you are genuinely interested in the program and you want to do the work. And honestly, you can't do the work going forward if you don't have a MacBook Pro laptop. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to get the work done. Okay. So, parents are still reaching out and saying, well, why doesn't my child have a laptop? And I'm the unfortunate one that has to say it's because they haven't done their work and they haven't met the requirements of getting one. I told you a couple of weeks ago, I had a student pull up with their parent and I'm like, he can't have one. He hasn't done anything. And, it makes me feel terrible to say something like that. So, it's like I said, we're trying to bend over backwards to help you. But there are some students that I have never heard from. I don't even know if they're still in my program, to be completely honest with you. But, I'm trying to get, I know I send a lot of emails. I'm a pain in the butt. I do the all caps in the subject line. And I said this yesterday, I don't send emails to send emails. I send emails because it's important information. Unfortunately, there's important information just about every day. But I would love for you to check your email. Look, I get it. You get 1,000 emails a day. Fine, go to Schoology then. Check the Schoology for updates. It's at the top of the page and you should be fine. Okay. But, and you can go in, get in that routine, get up, brush your teeth, have your breakfast, check your email. Hey, McCarthy. Hey, Mr. Folk, what do I got to do today? I'm not sure about this, not sure about that. I need help with this. I have a big project coming up in my algebra class. I can't, I'm going to be a little behind this week. Fine. Okay. That's all we're asking. And then there's always, our hours that we're available.
Yeah. So I'm actually on office hours Monday through Thursday, 1:45 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Literally, you can hop on and ask me pretty much any questions you have about the class or anything related. Like the one day, one student who's actually in here, we talked about synthesizers for about an hour and a half. And it was a really cool conversation. So, I mean, if you just want to hop on and talk about, recording processes, your favorite movies, or like literally anything, hop on and I'm there. I'm just sitting in a Zoom call by myself, sometimes playing on my phone. But, I'm just waiting to talk to students about the stuff that we're teaching in here because it's literally what I love to do. It's why I chose to work in the industry and now teach what I know onto you. So we also have a YouTube where all of the live classes that we've been doing are uploaded there. And we're going to start trying to make some more content for that as well, doing more, focused lessons on our YouTube page so that you can go back at any time and watch the lesson, and then that should answer any questions you have. So we're not inaccessible. You just have to put a little bit of effort in. I don't know if there's any better way that we can reach out to you or communicate with you. If there is, please let us know. We would love to, keep in touch and keep in contact to tell you what we need to do. So, yeah, I don't know where to go from there, but just please communicate.
Yeah.
It's,
Because the thing is, and I want to clear this up right now. People keep asking me, are these meetings mandatory? I have these live sessions Monday through Thursday from 1 to 1:30, unless something comes up and I move it or cancel it. As long as you're showing up for at least one a week, because the other ones are being recorded, and a lot of it, I talk about the material from the previous day and then move on. But you're going to get the most out of it in the live sessions and then, watching the videos after. So I know some of you have class, you have things going on. That's fine. I'm not expecting you to show up 4 days a week to talk class. Our school is only required to do 2 days a week live sessions. Okay. I do more because I think it's more opportunity for you to learn stuff. Okay. So just showing up and participating is great because then I can, like I said before, I can tell your counselors, your guardians, your parents, They're showing up for class. They're viewing my videos on YouTube. And I've said this before, you can go on, I can go on YouTube and look at analytics. I'll be lucky if I have 20% of the class look at all the videos and content that's on there. So there must be a fairly large amount of students that aren't going in the live session, that aren't watching the videos, and they're just figuring out the work. I guess that's great, but that's really not what our goal is. Our goal is interaction and talking and joking around, and trying to think about the creative process. If you're, logging in, all right, what's McCarthy got me doing today? All right, I'll get this done. Like I said before, you're missing the whole point of what we're trying to do here. So that was kind of the whole reason we had everybody on here today. Now, I just want to kind of move on and let you know about something that I discussed yesterday during the live session. This is always a great time of year, and this is probably the time when you're all going to groan and go, ugh. I want to start talking about goals. Now, I know your school has probably taught you goals before, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I had no direction in life until my mid-20s, until I got out of college, and I never really understood why was I doing the things I was doing. Was I doing it for me? Was I doing it for my family? Was it this because I was expected to do it? Is it what society tells me successful is? And I really kind of came to a moment where I'm like, I need to understand who I am and why I do things and where I want to be and what's going to make me happy. And you really do need to set goals, because how do you measure your happiness, or how do you measure your performance as to whether you're doing good? Are you achieving that goal? Like, oh, I have a goal. I want a new car by June. Well, are you going to sit on the couch until the new car people show up and give you one? I don't see that as a measurable goal. But if you're like, by February, I'm going to have a job. By March, I'm going to have a bank account. By April, I'll have $1,000 saved up. By May, I'm going to cut lawns because it's the spring. And by June, I'll be driving around in my new car. So that's a much more understandable, achievable, and measurable goal. Okay. So I posted an activity that I want everybody to do. Okay. Everybody, new kids, first year, second year, everybody to do goals. We talked about this last year, and I love it when people say, oh, McCarthy, we did this last year. Yeah, you should have goals every year. You should have goals every month. And if you have the same goal as you did last year, guess what? You didn't do your goal. You didn't achieve it. So you should work on it again. So I'm going to share my screen with you in a second, but we have these modules that are out now that we're going to work on. And some of you know, because you're a senior, Miss Slattery is our senior seminar teacher, and senior seminar is a really cool class that you have as a senior that teaches you about interviewing skills, communication skills, budgeting, networking, applying for different schools, jobs, internship, all kinds of cool stuff. Proper etiquette, all those different things. So she developed these really cool modules. Once again, everybody, this is an easy grade. There is no such thing as a wrong answer for your goal. I can't tell you what your goals are. You know what I mean? So it's more about you either do it or you don't. Okay. So here's my screen here. I'm logged in as just a student right now. But as you can see, if you scroll down, you have marking period 1, marking period 2. Then you see this folder called frame modules. Okay. If you open that, you'll see it says career rationale and goal setting. Actually, by the time this is all said and done, we should all have, excuse me, I have to close this real quick here. I'm just making room. Oh, I doodled on my screen. So just to show you, if you go in the frame module here, you'll see this project. Now, the nice thing is it's all cleared out. Okay, it's all laid out. It's very easy to understand. You want to be able to go in here, and it's literally a step-by-step process on how to do this project. Okay, so it's not that difficult to do. There's an introduction. This tells you everything that you're about to learn. You're going to learn about choosing a career, which is awesome. Guess what? If you did the first assignment from the beginning of the year on the career exploration, you've already done half of this project because you're going to cut and paste it in. You're really going to watch a couple of videos. So you go to choosing a career. This goes into a video about, choosing career. There's some questions that kind of guide you through. But once again, you've already done this. And if you haven't done it, now you have an opportunity to get it done again. Going back again, you'll see another page on how to do goals, how to set them. We use what's called SMART goals. It stands for specific, meaningful, measurable, whether you can achieve them, whether it's relevant, like is it really something that's important or is it? And timely. Is this a goal that's important to you now, or is it something 3 years from now and there's something else you could be working on before that? Okay. And then really all you need to do after following those videos and looking at those questions, you're going to go here and you will see this document. Okay. It's a 2-page document about doing your goals. And you're going to fill that out and then you're going to upload it back to Schoology under your portfolio. You're going to create a portfolio. It's not exactly like the one where I'm asking you where you built the website, but you're going to build a portfolio in Schoology to put your Schoology work in there. Okay. And it's going to be the best of your best work. So you can show it to people, but you would go to your profile and you click on portfolios. And I created one called Video Sound. Now, if I open this right now, you'll see here's the document I uploaded. It's blank because I didn't fill it out. But I'm going to do a goal too. I will do this along with you starting tomorrow. So between now and this time tomorrow, I would like to have people put in the chat tomorrow that they want to share their goals. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing right now. Once again, this is an easy project that you can get points on the board and you can still work on your current projects. Okay. I'm not giving any new work out this week other than this module, but I'm telling you right now, on Monday, we're going to start a sound project. Okay. We're going to do something specific with sound and sound effects. Okay. Now that requires you having a laptop. If you don't have a laptop, you need to get a hold of me. And or you need to finish the projects that I've given out that do not require a laptop. Okay. Most of you that are on here right now have them, but for the couple of you that don't, you need to contact me directly. I'm not going to come and find you and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I notice you don't have a laptop. What can I do to drive to your house and give you one? I'm not going to do that. You need to kind of take that initiative to say, Mr. McCarthy, I need to talk to you. I may or may not have done all my work or some of it. I've had these issues, blah, blah, blah. I would like to get a laptop. I'm going to commit. I'm going to be in this program. Great. Here you go. And then there's your laptop. Okay. So as far as this project that I just went over, the frame module one, in about 20 minutes, I'm going to post it in Schoology. I did a step-by-step tutorial. It's about 7 minutes on everything I just showed you. And it's going to walk you through how to find the frame module, download the document, type it, upload it, create the portfolio, and be done with it. Because there's 5 different modules we're going to do from now until the end of the year. Okay. And this goes towards your professional development grade, which is kind of a big part of what goes on here in the program, is communication and professional development. Okay. So that's really all I had. I'll let Mr. Folk put his last 2 cents in, but now is the time. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, and nobody ever answers or writes anything, put it in the chat box right now. You will remain anonymous, and I will be happy to answer any questions, comments, or concerns that you have in there. You'll also see in the chat, I put our Instagram page. Please join our Instagram page. I got to get me some more likes. Okay.
All right. So key takeaways we got here today: communicate with us for everything, and if you need help with anything, please communicate with us. And if you just want to hop on office hours and talk about a new record that came out, or the best vocal mic to use, hop into office hours and just talk. It'd be great to just talk about industry with you to kind of gauge where you're at.
Yeah.
Returning students, we will also be starting sound I believe next week. So we have that to look forward to. Finish up your editing projects that are due on Sunday. And if you have any questions with that, you can ask Jose. He did it today. It takes about 45 minutes.
There you
Um, if you have any questions, please communicate. Reach out to me.
go.
But
Even if you want to jump on the office hours and you want to vent
yeah,
because you're having a bad day, or your little brother or sister driving you nuts, or you hate your job, I don't care. It's better than sitting there for 45 minutes staring at a blank screen. If you want to pop in and say, hey, what's going on, Mr. McCarthy? We had a fun conversation yesterday talking about anime and TV shows and all that fun stuff. I love all that. I'm a geek. I love it. That's why I do what I do. I love anime. I love science fiction, photography, music, all that kind of cool stuff. So
Animated shows.
correct. So if you're just looking to get away for a little bit, please do not ask me, please do not go on to office hours and ask me anything about math. I am terrible at math. Your grade will only go down if you ask me math questions. Anything else, I'll be happy to help. If your faucet leaks in the kitchen, I might be able to help you. But I'm trying to say that we're just trying to do more than just be your teacher. If you need someone to talk to, if you need help, if you have an issue, a question, a comment, a concern, pop in during office hours and we'll be ready to go. Okay. We have one question from Luke that says, how many blog posts are required so far?
I believe we're at 7.
Yeah.
I haven't made the 7th post yet, but 7.
Yeah. We intended for these in the beginning for you returning students that everybody in this class should have their own website that they build in Wix. If you haven't done that, let me know. I have all the tutorial videos, but returning students are actually doing blog posts on a particular topic that they've chosen. We intended it to be weekly. It is what it is. Things have gone on, but we do want it to be a regular part. Once again, it's 100 points for a blog post. It's an easy 100 points to do a paragraph and a picture, okay? We are trying really hard to help you get a good one at that. So I think that was the only one.
Yep.
So that's it. We'll let you go. Thank you so much. It's awesome. We had 27 people on here today. This is like a world record. It's the most we've ever
I
had.
know.
It would be awesome if we could have fun and have an interactive, teaching sessions instead of me just talking the whole time. Maybe I'll start Venmoing people if they actually start putting questions in the chat. But please, this is why we're here. We're not here to give you a hard time. We're not here to fail you. We're not here to be just another thing that annoys you or makes your life more complicated. This is supposed to be a fun thing that you like to do based on hobbies that you might have or things you enjoy. So start seeing this as something fun, creative that you want to do and not just another chore or yet another thing you have to do for school.
Yep.
If you, and at the very end, and I'm going to stop talking, if even after this whole conversation and you're like, I'm done, I can't do this, I don't want to do it no more, talk to me, we'll talk to your counselors, we'll talk to our counselor here. The last thing I ever want to see anybody do is just sit here and get F, and not get credit, because then you're going to have problems next year or graduating. You're going to have credit done off. So don't just sit back and keep getting zeros and Fs, because guess what? You may not be seeing it, but it is being recorded and it will come back to haunt you because you're missing all these elective credits. So have that conversation with your family, your guardian, me, counselor, and we'll go from there. But I'm hoping this meeting did a little bit for some of you. That we're, like I said, we just want to get through this year so we can have an awesome year next year. Okay. And it's going to be. So you just got to hang in there. Spring break's in a couple months. So if that's it for today, I really do appreciate everybody popping in. Thank you. Tomorrow, I'm going to be online. Thursday, talking about goals. I'll have some goals tomorrow and I'll start filling out my form. So please take this opportunity to catch up on work. Get it done. Okay. Now, some of you may think your grade's really good. It's because I haven't put in zeros yet for the work that you haven't done. It makes me scared there's going to be an avalanche of Fs. of stuff that's not submitted. So just submit something so I can give you a grade on it. That's the important takeaway. Some of you are going to see in the end of January, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I went from a B to an F because you didn't do any work. So I've left all those things open. I have not put any grades in yet for the things that you should have submitted by now. Once I do, though, it's going to be a different story. Okay. So thank you for your time. I appreciate everybody being on there. If any of you want to stick around and talk to us, we'll be on, not on this link, but we're going to be on the office hours link, which can be found on our website under that yellow folder under important stuff. And Mr. Folk and myself will be there during office hours. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there. We appreciate it. We're going to get there. We'll get it done. Okay. So take care. If you need help, let us know. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.